So I will share a little bit the history of Hanukkah and into the traditions, costumes, what I do, and let's begin. So the history. So the story of Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights, took place about 168 BCE. The meaning of the word is dedication, as well as a reference to the temple. Alexander the Great of Macedon had conquered most of the world from the Balkans to the Middle East. He was generally a benevolent leader. After his death, the empire was split between two of his commanders. One of them was Antiochus. It is widely believed that he was originally from the city of Antioch, which is present-day Turkey. Antiochus was a cruel leader and wanted all the residents of his empire to give up the religious traditions and emulate the Greeks. A group of Jews refused to give up their traditions and rebelled. The leader of the rebellion was Judah the Maccabee. The Maccabees were part of the priestly clan who conducted the worship in the temple. They refused to allow idols in the sanctuary, sacrifice non-kosher animals, and embrace the Greek ways. The Assyrian Greeks battled the Maccabees and for a while captured the temple. The temple was defiled as they attempted to turn it into a temple dedicated to Zeus. After much fighting, the smaller group of Jews were able to fend off the Greeks and reclaim the temple. On the night of the 24th day of the Hebrew month of Kislev, the temple was purified and consecrated. Judah called on his followers to cleanse the second temple, rebuild its altar, and light its menorah, the gold candelabrum, whose 7 branches represented knowledge and creation and were meant to be kept burning every night. This history we recite and sing every night during the Maoz Tzul is a part of the history I just shared to remind us of what has happened, what we are, and why we do what we do, and the miracle itself. Since a major theme of the holiday has to do with oil, part of the miracle, much of the food is going to be fried. So why oil, as I'd mentioned? So when the Jews beat the Assyrian Greeks and reclaimed the temple, it had to be ritually cleansed. When the temple was pure, the Jews could not find pure olive oil that had not been defiled with which to light menorah. According to tradition, it takes 8 days to press and prepare pure olive oil for use in the temple. A small cruet of oil was found that still had the seal of the high priest, but it was only enough for 1 day. According to traditions, the small amount of oil lasted the 8 days needed to prepare the pure oil needed. So, we eat a lot of fried food. For many years, the preferred Hanukkah food for Jews from Europe were potato pancakes, or as known, latkes in Yiddish. Some eat them with sour cream, others with applesauce. The problem is you cannot eat just one. That's pretty much a problem. North African Jews make spinach, deep fried dough, which is then dosed with sugar syrup. Israelis traditionally eat a form of fried dough which resembles a jelly donut called a sufganiyah. As part of the concept of Pirsum Nisa, the publication of the miracle from God, we light the candles in big groups besides windows to the public, or just outside if the weather is good. As to the costumes and traditions, in my family, lighting the candle is a big gathering, where traditionally in my family, each family member or guest have their own Chanukiah, and as in the States, they like calling menorah. Me personally, I stick to the Chanukiah since menorah was what we had called the one in the temple, and we no longer have the one in the temple. That one had 7. We have 9 candles, so as if representing the difference. We like to light many menorahs, some of which are handmade. In kindergarten and in elementary school. The children are encouraged to make their own and are even given supplies. When the kids are too young, the mothers come in, or fathers, and make one for each of their children. My first one was made out of copper and decorated with colored stones. Many shops give out candle headdresses to the children. This is based on one of the holiday songs that says that each of the kids is a small candle, but together we are tremendous light to chase away the darkness. During Hanukkah, we play the Dreidel, in Yiddish, top. A dreidel is a toy meant for this holiday. It dates back hundreds of years to the Jewish communities in Europe. It has 4 letters on its side: Nes, Gadol, Haya, Sham, or Po. It means there's 5 letters representing what I just had said in Hebrew, where a big miracle was there if you're outside of Israel, and a big miracle has been here if you're within Israel. That is to show the differences in being outside and the technically exile or in Israel. The dreidel was used for games and even gambling, and we use chocolate coins instead of real money, which is also a part of the tradition in eating or just giving those chocolate coins away. Some families will give presents to the kids, one for each of the nights. Usually it would be games or whichever they choose. I've been very fortunate since I've showed up to Stonehill that the Stonehill community has embraced my costumes and traditions. Every year I've been able to light some candles with the community. My freshman year, I had some of my housemates and some of my teammates, as well as I had lit candles in commons. My sophomore year, I was an RA, and I had residents alongside with the Stonehill campus police lighting candles with me and singing along, or at least humming, because it's in Hebrew. And then same as it was this year with the Stonehill campus police, where during these times, with Corona and everything, I was very fortunate to have. Another point that I forgot to mention was that in Israel, I was fortunate enough to be a part of Hanukkah Ball, which we've had the Jerusalem teams competing every year during the Hanukkah, in another way of celebrating the whole holiday together as a big unit of people from both teams, from both organizations, lighting the candle in public and enjoying the holiday all together. I was fortunate enough that my team had won several of those times, and we had a great time. I would like also to give a shout out to Jason and Miri. They had this gender reveal celebration using the sufganiyot, the dough, the fried dough, that the inside revealed that they would have a baby boy. I'm wishing them all mazal tov and congrats. And this is a great idea, which only shows you some of the traditions and costumes that people design and accustom to themselves. So just to show you that even with religious concepts and ideas, we can all have fun. I wish to the Jewish community a happy holiday, Hanukkah holiday, as well as to the other religions and groups of people out there. I wish you all a great break, a great holidays, and enjoy light. And let's cast the darkness away. God bless and Hanukkah Sameach.